day has passed in the land of the Potamai, and we are back to our Elderlicht run, because Elderlicht runs are long and full of demons. Now we have a mana well. We have not used it. Looks like our gauntlet user is the most in need, or this wand user. Oh yeah, you have half your mana. You have a giant mana pool. All right, so we'll go with bottom person here. Get that sorted out. Knight 9 is the elite knight, and it's always the elite knight? How interesting. All right, so we got Danica here, just to remind myself. Okay, Danica's got that going on. We have our momentum hero here. We have Seraphina up here. Which of my blood mages do I think is better? Yeah, this blood mage up here is weak sauce. This is our momentum blood mage, so we'll leave them up there. All right, let's get this party started. We got work to do. It's a 12 elite knight. Wow. It's been a while, apparently. I have 70 gold. Was there anything in here that was of great import that I should be buying? It's interesting that it reshuffles your inventory. It's interesting that this says 49 and is red, but we have 72 gold. That's kind of a weird bug, telling me that I can't buy this despite having more gold. Do you have any guidance for when to build an inn and hire a new hero? I'm very beginner on Lakeburg, but have been holding off on the inn this run. Yeah, so I like to get to around level 8 handy tech before I do my level ups. So that's about the break point. But really the short answer is whenever you feel like you can't go any longer without recruiting a hero is the perfect time to, but usually for me that lands around 8. Also, I noticed some knights have a banned wave spawn direction. Yes, some do, and some have like specific directions. Like for instance, the penultimate knight of Elderlicht never has anybody coming from this side. It's always a 3-side surround. But anyways, let's get this party started. Happened to you too. Pallone comes in with the forehead thrusters. Hello, Pallone. When you sell, then you rebuy, then you resell another item. Interesting. All right. Well, here we go. Cross your fingers and hope to die, I guess. That is a lot. Oh, wow. Okay. That's unfortunate. I forgot to move forehead thrusters. Yes, I did forget to. Okay, so what are we going to do here? I think this blood mage is coming across to lend help with some of these. So we'll do that there. I'm going to kill all these accursed. I have no qualms about deleting all of them. Let's see. So you... So many weird choices here. Hold on. So you're snapping fools. And then I guess you're gonna, let's see what you can do. We do have a bulky down here. That I don't have a great answer for that bulky. Do you have a decent AP? You do have a decent AP pot. So I think the answer for the bulky is just going to be to go around them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's good. I was thinking about having you... If you take a step back, you can ice this accursed, and then... What else do you have going on here? Sure, that'll work. What's going on with you? Are you just terrible? Okay, there's some hits. Hello. All right, get you here, and then we'll have you clean this up. Can't get that one, that's fine, but we can get this one. Okay, so you're going to come in and take this out. You're going to do this one. Do we just want to... I think we just want you to be, like, about here. Yeah, you're not going to get stunned. You'll be fine. Then up here, I think... Seraphina has a little bit of range now. So we got that going for us. As for your other findings, game doesn't crash when I modify the restriction list by adding trinkets and armor, but it looks very weird and not really functional. Interesting. Now we had one lit soul vessel here. I do think we picked up some propagate. No, we did not pick up any propagate. All right. Let's completely stop you. We have a lot of guys that are still making it in. We can probably ice 2 of these guys. Or at least one of them. Our momentum hero can probably just come kill this bulky. That might have been the more reasonable plan. Is anybody getting in yet still? Yeah, you are. All right, so we will boop ya. Okay, so we got a plan for this one, a plan for this one, a plan for this one, a plan for this one. All right, I think I like our first night here. Since you revealed that you didn't have the Execute Elite achievement, I picked Execute on a random hero and got the achievement, so I have one achievement that you don't. It's cruel and unusual, the dud. How could you do such a thing to me? How could you be so cruel? All right, we got some 40s here. 40 ounces to freedom. Okay, so let's see. So then you're gonna do this one. And then we get to unleash our first snap and see how devastating this is. I would describe it as just okay. Might have been a good idea to leave some to help out with these guys up here, but okay. So you're gonna do this one. Got ourselves an elite bulky over there. How far are you coming in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're good. Okay, you're good. I don't think we need to do much more here. I do think that you're gonna get moving. So that you can start helping out over here. And then Of course, this guy is the guy that's left. Now you're going to take basically your whole turn doing this. Because you're light on AP right now. Okay, and then we still have our momentum hero. Who else has an action point? You still have an action point? That has to be from a legendary assassin proc. That's the only thing that I can think of that would have caused that to be there. Let's see. Then our momentum hero. It's going to be difficult for our momentum hero to get all three of these. But maybe we do it just to flex a bit. Completely loop the base once. Okay. They need a little more mobility, clearly. Now, let's make sure we're not getting any weird stuns. So you're going to move here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to move here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're good. Okay, you're going to move to here. You're going to need one tile outside, which is going to be a little bit awkward. You're moving here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All good. You are supposed to get into the thick of things, so we'll do that. Most people have landed. People are landing. I'm glad to see it. Nah, we're a little behind the curve, but give it some time. Hey, Abigail, welcome. Dio, good to see ya. Okay, who'd I leave with action points? That's fine. You can keep your tricksy action points. Get off my mana. Minus 12 mana. That's so painful. Oh, you were supposed to move. Absolutely. Yeah, Geralt was not supposed to stay over there. That was a bad move. I'm glad they didn't die. Whoops. Who has the healing potion? That's you, of course. Serafina. All right, we'll get them some heals. Oh, right now, do we have Geo Reservoir procced? Love to see it. I actually am a little sad though that's went to them. I wanted to really get maximum procs on these two guys just to see what that all looks like. That's not great. Okay, we need Rune needs some help. That was pretty unimpressive. Slow them down. And we'll kind of go around the corner here. You can move to here, and then... Gauntlets being bad, can't imagine that happening. Yeah, it's very surprising. I don't know what to say. Oh, you didn't get the kill on that one? Disappointing. Should have done it that way anyways. But that's okay. Now, of course, this elite bulky is exactly in the wrong space. We absolutely need some more crit on Seraphina. Also, is this guy... Oh, he is dodgy. All right, fair enough. I'm like, why can't I hit? I thought at first I thought it was just Fury of Blows. Do we only need him to move 1 tile forward? We need to move 2 tiles forward. So we're going to need to do that. With the power of the text editor, you can remove that limitation. Just hit the ballista limit. Didn't even know there was one. Yeah, I mean, you could remove it, but it's pretty generous, I feel like. Let's see. So these two guys, this guy's we're going to kill. This guy's going to chill for a second. Gauntlet being bad remains a true statement. So this guy needs to walk a bit. So I'm probably going to go over this way. This guy's moving a long way. So let's slow him down for a second. And then I will probably do a bit of leapfroggery. Like, is this a safe spot to get to? It's not terrible. Okay, so you regen through poison, which is not great. Does this get anybody? No. God, the range on poisonous is so short, it's like, I don't even know what to make of it. Okay, so then momentum hero. I thought you had really high accuracy. No, 24. Just gonna soften that guy up so he doesn't come too far in. Make poisonous global range. Well, then you only need one hero to solo the whole game, I suspect. I think that would be... Okay, so I'm going to bring you... you have transfer points? Maybe we do something with this. Do I not have anyone with a war shield anymore? I guess not. Are you getting stunned? Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not, but I'll move over 1 tile this way. Hit you with that, and then I think we just make sure everybody is armored up at the moment. We haven't left anyone out in the middle of nowhere to get wailed on. Cough, Geralt, cough. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, they're just gonna shake it off. It's all right. They're gonna figure it out. The accursed are so annoying, though. I gotta say. Really? This guy's still getting hit. Geralt, why? Okay, so I'm gonna move you back like this and just... Gosh, I feel like I remember all of my heroes having more crit than this. They are all just, like, whiffing heinously, I feel like. I guess it is a bit of a dodgy wave, but... Alright, let's see what your momentum does. Not blown away. We'll have someone else come through and do the work. I put Seraphina on this corner. That's less ideal. Since they have the health pot that I wanted to use to help Geralt get out of the mud. Yeah, Seraphina is just like a little crit away from greatness, I feel like. That was a staggering number of misses, wasn't it? Seemed like a lot of misses. Okay, so you... I'm still... Stop trying to make snap work. I'm still trying to make snap work. It's not snap. What's it called? Shockwave. Yeah, still trying to make shockwave work. Okay. Our more traditional blood mage is doing good work. No, but she had 3 misses in a row there in Lustrous. I recognize that it's Shower of Blows, but like she, within the course of one magic missile, had like 3 misses. Unless your accuracy doesn't update until after the Shower of Blows, that would be curious. Who's back here? You are? No danger of anything bad happening there. Oh. I believe you never update a stat mid-ability. That's an interesting thought. You're probably right, and that's probably why I should be very careful. Magic Missile has a bit of an anti-Shower of Blows synergy as a result. Yeah, we'll need to think about that. Actually, hold on. How far back this way can we go? Pretty far. This guy, the goose is loose on this guy, so we'll go around the corner there. Just started the game yesterday. Kind of interested in poison build. When do I unlock the Druid Staff? Good question. I'm honestly, like, I'm not always the best expert on early game unlocks. And those types of things. Someone in the chat may have a good answer for you, Jerry, but relatively early, I would suspect. Let's see. Okay, so now I think we're good over here. There are never any enemies within range to heal Arundarina. We could do the 2-1 thing. Yeah, it's pretty early. You can, and it's initially. Do you unlock them initially in In the purple side or the yellow side? I always forget. And I also never remember which one is Shada and which one is Freude, but that's a different problem. Oh, I should have checked to make sure that you weren't going to get stunned. That looks like a stun right there. We have the health potion over here, and I think we have 1 charge left on it. Yes, that is a stun. Purple side with essence? Okay. That would have been my guess, but it's been a minute. Okay, Seraphina, please tell me you have 1 health potion charge left. Nice. There we go. If only I had some reliability. If only. Ooh. This blood mage is not hitting particularly hard. I'm gonna need to figure out what's going on there. Actually, are we already maxed? No, we're not quite maxed. We need to get 3 tiles away to get the boom hit there. Okay, and then we'll retreat a little bit and we'll clean up the rest a different way. Let's see. You could also use execute, pick up an achievement at the same time. Yeah, I know the dud. You're all about that achievement hunting. I see you. Okay, so what is... So it seems like we have probably a kill here. And we can probably do that one and that one. Someone else is going to clean this up, so that's fine. I think you moved here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so don't stand there. Uh-oh. Teleport it is. Okay. So let's see. So we still need to do a bit of cleanup over here, but we still have Seraphina hanging out. And Geralt. Did Geralt take another chunk of damage, or did we just not heal them up as much as I thought we did? I think it's probably the latter. Okay, so we've cleaned all that up. Seraphina is going to take a moment to just slow these bulkies down so we don't get any awkward stuns. You're fine on the bulky front. You're fine on the bulky front. He healed a little bit. But he healed only out of his wound. I think that was the moment when that was like, good enough. Let's see. So I guess we chill because we've done what we needed to do. And take a few steps back there. All right. Yeah, there are a handful of of unlocked saves floating around, and Abigail definitely has one on the Discord that that you could absolutely use if that's what you're looking for. Looks like the S rank is going away, just thanks to a preponderance of annoying enemies. So let's see. So if I move to here, I think I do one of these, one of those, and then, well, I guess I have an action potion still left, so better now than later, I presume. Okay, then we can just kind of stand there. Then over here, momentum hero. All right, well, I guess we'll start with you. Actually, hold on, and then I think this is the best place for triple swipe, although our triple swipes have been kind of uninspired. They're doing okay. They need some more love for sure. I don't think there's much value in leaving hunters up at this stage in the game. Okay, let's have Geralt start doing work over here. By the amount of times I use Blade Rush. Yo, Blade Rush was good there, Abigail. Getting 2 hits on 2 enemies that were in a line and getting the boom on the adjacent enemies. That was a good use of Blade Rush. Don't sass me. Also of note, I used almost all my dashes. Do you have one of these? There we go. I don't want him meleeing the wall is part of it. And then... Well, now you're definitely getting stunned. What was the plan there? I don't know. I guess we gotta clean this side up a bit more. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I just... You still move 1, which means I still think you get the... You get the stun, so I guess we have to keep working on you. Okay, now he's not moving. So now we don't have to worry, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he doesn't get the stun off. And then... So with something like that, that was a clear example of shower of blows just causing us to miss all of them, since it was a low accuracy shot anyways. But that's a really interesting idea. Could we use perseverance with that to get like 5 AP back? Is that the way that would work? By essentially setting up a really high multi-hit that's just gonna like cause us to miss like an insane number of times all in a row. Seems kind of interesting. Wow. Not the most durable over here. You have 276 armor and you took that much damage? Limited 1 proc per skill use? Okay. I was worried that might be the case, but it was worth the ponderance, I feel like. That was a bad. I'm gonna let this guy finish up the bulky for a little bit of extra healing. Really? Fine. I don't care. Or you could place an ally next to them and equip a certain amulet to kill them. I mean, I guess we're just naming things, yes, that I definitely could do. If I wanted to make myself sad. Let's just get rid of some of these fools. I'm not super concerned about the bulkies. Maybe we should go double wand. Now, it does look like you don't get the kills for overkill or for misses there. So that's worth noting. Let's see. That's 3 tiles away, so we will get the boom. All right, we don't get the boom just because there was no... Okay, someone's gonna have to come around the corner. There we go. Then this is all sorted. I don't know if Radbert's gonna be able to do it. Do you know that double wand would make mana basically useless? Well, yeah, the double wand approach that we're talking about right now would absolutely make mana basically useless because we wouldn't be using any mana skills. We could toss a rifle into the mix. We did talk about that. That does have some capacity for creating undodgeable stuff. Whoops. This is the moment where if I clicked this button, I would kill Seraphina. I chose not to. Look at me actually playing around Boom. What a wonderful moment. Get to snap some fools. All right, both these boomers need to come in. Looks like they're cleared for landing. All right, you should probably like run over here because you need to get a bit of healing. We might also be able to get a little bit of healing on our blood mage. Okay. You could also make a Warcry character with the blood mage organic armor and not vampire leech. Ooh, shower of blows on ooh, that's an interesting idea. That's quite interesting. All right, you ready for this pro move? This guy's going to get stunned, but they're going to poison and they're going to get healing off of the bulky. It's genius. But wait, where can they stand? They need to stand somewhere so that they're still in the haven. This is why poisonous is so impossible to work around. Like, there's literally, I don't think... Oh, maybe this tile here? This tile here. So the bulky is going to move to this tile. Whoops. This tile, which is haven, or this tile, which is haven. But the bulky's not in range. Oh, this is so stupid. This is why I don't like poisonous. The range is so low, it makes it nearly impossible. Like, I don't think there is a single tile I can move to where I apply poisonous and the bulky moves into the haven. Well, there's something comical about the idea of just killing the bulky this way through poison. Do we think that it gets through our armor? We have 306 armor. It hits for... Okay, let's be a little silly for a second here. Watch out that the bulky uses stun and not melee. I checked the melee. We're taking this bulky on a ride. Oh, I forgot to armor up that time. Well, there goes my whole plan. Damn. All right. We had to armor up, and then all right, we'll get a little bit more healing. Oh, because we're also losing armor from that wearing off. That's noteworthy. It's a lot of panic. We can take one more round of abuse, although technically now it can do more. Let's just get rid of him. The audio artifacts from low latency mode. Wait, educate me a little bit, Abigail. Tell me more about this, because I don't think I know. I'm broadcasting in low latency mode, but that might be not what you are referring to. Okay, let's get everybody over here. Let's see, what do we got? We only got one elite that night. We'll definitely grab that. And then... yeah, it does shred the armor. That is a good point. Let's see, Radbird getting an extra AP. Seems good. Ooh, yeah, that momentum is tasty. Seraphina. Seraphina needs skill range, but they also need damage. Really? They clearly needed reliability. Thanks, game. Thank you, game. 44 accuracy on you. A little bit of skill range never hurt anybody. Now we are... oh, wait, we're capped on skill range, aren't we? So it did actually hurt in this case. I guess we could take off some skill range gear now. But I think all of our skill range is coming from the trinkets and the shields. They all come in sets of 2. Reliability is damage in a way. Yes, in the same way that... I'm trying to think of a good example of something that is not what it sounds like it is, but I'm coming up blank. Geralt, what's your skill range currently? You're at 6, so we'll take that skill range for all the marbles. And then absolutely take some crit. That's right. That's what Seraphina needed. Seraphina needs crit. Yes, at 56% crit, Seraphina's crit is terrible. On Twitch, you can choose to watch on low latency mode or not. On low latency mode, due to slightly different processing, the music gets ever so slightly warped. So every couple of notes gets pushed out of tune, and it was driving you a little nuts. It does sound thoroughly awful. So let's I'm keeping on doing science. So I'm going to grab 3 corpses here, and then I'm going to go in and I want to see what levels the gear is. It's all 5 and 4. So Abigail, like we were talking about this before, but I think at this point it would be crazy to pump workers into my like production buildings because the mountains are giving more gear until I run out of mountains. Does that track with you? Great, more accursed. Fan-freaking-tastic. Because if we're getting level 5 gear from both, there is no downside from my perspective. There's no such thing as like better or worse level 5 gear. Our trinkets are insane, aren't they? Hold on, I want to look at it. I want like, where are we even gonna get? Our trinkets are absolutely like off the charts. Condensed Hate is probably not doing as much heavy lifting, and Big Game Hunter could potentially get replaced, I think. Although it's good. That focus ring could definitely go. Okay, so we'll do, and then how are our chess pieces? They're like mostly level 4 and 5. Okay, so we'll grab a trinket, an armor, and I guess another trinket, because you never know. We could high roll on some really interesting metals or something like that. Let's see, and then let's do a repair. Walls are expensive to maintain, what can I say? And we get to finish off. If only I could repair the corpse piles. That would be the dream of all dreams. Okay, so let's start out with... This is a lot of equipment that we have collected here. I feel like we have some bad spears at the moment. This is like the same spear. What is even going on? Well, I mean, should we just pick this up for 96? I don't think it's worth re-rolling this, even though these are guaranteed legend. Since they're guaranteed legendary and level 5, I guess. Better to fish for something interesting here. Those pants don't look terrible. Well, there's the rifle. Do we want to go full undodgeable on someone and stack up? Stack up like crazy? This is a decent rifle for it. I think rifle, because of the 2 AP for the undodgeable, it doesn't really track. Let's see, we got a pair of great axes with some opportunism on them. Opportunism, isolation, reliability. This one is kind of interesting. I might replace the great axe with a one-handed axe. It does let you control it, but it's a little fiddly, Abigail. Is the last skill on the rifle undodgeable? I believe it is not. I believe only the primary attack is. The snipe shot on the bow is undodgeable. I was reminded about that last time. That's an interesting spear, potentially. $71. Let's see. That's not a bad chess piece. I think I will actually grab that. Skill range on a helm might not be the worst thing. I don't think we're going Druid Staff. Even though it's slightly more, we'll grab that just in case someone can use it. Pistol with an action point doesn't quite get there. Technically, the shield sells for more, and it'll be easier to remember that we want to get rid of the shield. But this is the thing. This is why I think the volatile. Volatile's interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be a game changer, but it's a nice chess piece. Meteor rings are also fun, but I want better stats on it if we're going to grab one of those. 48, 60, 60. Grab that. So far, what we've gotten here has been what I think they call in the business hot garbage for stuff. I don't think we found a single interesting item. Ronin boots might be interesting. Stun, mana, resistance reduction. Those do have a lot of armor on them. An action point and 2 propagation bounces and 62% reliability. And XP gain. Or we could get this one. This one seems like it is slightly better. Well, this one has the AP on it, so I'll grab the Wisdom Amulet. Earthquake Strike. Another great way to stun your own people. Hooray. Just looking for value there. Then we have prop damage. We might prop damage. Is prop damage hurting our hero? Looking carefully at the files, there is no difference in rarity odds of production versus corpses. So if the level is the same, the only benefit to production is control over what type of gear. That was my intuition, but it's good to have confirmation on that. Abigail. Head on. Apply directly to forehead. 3 propagation bounces over here. Fear of Death Metal. Ooh, a meteor ring with some spicy action. I might roll this meteor ring. Is the final night of Elderlicht even or odd? I can never remember. Ooh, new spear. Ah, it's not a level 5, though, which is disappointing. 14, it's even? Okay. Okay, well, that was a lot of gear we just got. I think, unfortunately, because this is not level 5, we are not going to use it. Same with the gauntlet. 3 propagation bounces all by itself doesn't work. Let's see. Anything of interest? Shop, though is lagging behind just a little bit. Ooh, collateral hit. We could pick up a collateral hit. Who's excited about that? All right, let's do some gear allocation here. So our Blood Mage, we're not really using the multi-hit from this axe, so I might swap that for something like this. Or we could just go Spear. Classic Spear action. Because we didn't really build ourselves for opportunism, so I don't think that's going to be that useful. Now, Seraphina, Field Study's been okay. I think Shower of Blows is going on someone else, and Seraphina is getting 16% crit from Meteor Ring to get a little further along that path. And where's our momentum hero? Here is our momentum hero, and they have this focus ring, which I'm like, let's get rid of that. We'll find something to replace it with. For now, this mage amulet isn't bad. Or we could just make them the most reliable person ever. What does this put their reliability at? 18? Wait. I just put on a trinket that has 43% reliability, and that brought them to 18% reliability? Okay. Forget it. That was a dumb plan before I even did it, and now it's just on the next level. We could give you an action point, 2 propagation bounces, and a bunch of reliability that takes you up to 37% reliability. No, we won't do that. What do we think of this chess piece? 10, we get range damage, we lose health, we lose block, but we gain movement. I'll do that. So that'll go away. Then, does anyone want this? Probably one of our blood mages. Danica doesn't even have... Is Danica our bodybuilder? Yeah, Danica's our bodybuilder. So that's a nice improvement there. Now we have this chess piece, which we can give... What is Seraphina? Seraphina, again... Seraphina got a lot of health from this, but we can give this to someone else. Like our bodybuilder blood mage. We lose healing received, but we gain almost 100 health. I think our healing received was okay on them. Then Radbert can go up in momentum, lose some crit, gain some movement, gain some damage, some resistance, some armor. I think the crit loss here is not worth. For 2% momentum, I'm not that excited about it. For now, I'll give you the Battle Mage Amulet. Now, if we go to one of our blood mages here. So, Condensed Hate. Is it doing anything? Not really. I'll hang on to it for the moment. But instead, we could give you this for some more healing received. And a bunch of other stats. I think that's fine. And then Radbert. Where's Rundova? You already have 2 AP and this. So we could technically replace these armored boots, lose some skill range, and gain an AP. You're still at 8 skill range. Okay, so we will do that. That's at least interesting. We should find someone. Oh, I wanted to check really quickly. Oh, I guess we can't, because your Rundova's also maxed on propagation bounces. I was kind of curious if putting this on... Oh my word, something just happened. Thank you for the follow, Corehammer. Thank you for the follow, Arandoros. Thank you for the follow, Aurelian. Oh, that was 7 hours ago, never mind. And thank you for Sheep That Could. Thank you for the follow. So let's see, we're still at a total of 6. When I put this on... We go up to a total of 8. Okay. So the plus propagation on volatile does not actually work. Now, did we like these pants on someone else? Because we do have you, who's also a momentum hero. You're gaining 4 movement. I think we need that movement. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. So all these are getting sold. And then I liked this chest piece. Does someone benefit nicely from it? The Ronin armor's a no. That's a no. This light body armor. Well, it tracks with Rundarva being high level, and yeah, it gives them some plus damage. Okay, so this stuff all gets sold. I'm making quite a collection of garbage over here. Okay, this definitely doesn't need to be kept. I think this doesn't need to be kept either. Like I could technically go one night with Rundavara having the warp crystal or the magic crystal, but it doesn't seem worth. Now I'm keeping the shower of blows. Do we want, like, Geralt was Geralt our original shower of blows person? Geralt was our original shower of blows person, and I can see why they're not anymore. We can lose one. We're really only losing one multi-hit here for shower of blows, so I will do that. I'll hang on to this. It's pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay, let's start going through shop stuff. We established that the main target for collateral damage is friendly heroes and the caster's AP. Yes. 100% that. 100% that. We also haven't really seen a lot of good cannons. Do we care about anything in here? No. Do we have any upgrades we want to do? We didn't push back with the seer. I think that's okay. We'll push back next time, and I think I'm going to build a production building in that corner next time. Not too worried about the wave. We could start building barricades inside of the base. We could also build catapults, although I'm not sure I'm too excited about that. Level 3 adamantium hand crossbow. We have level 4 and we have level 2, all right? Upgrades are upgrades. AP pots? Where are my AP pots? Ooh. Is this a gauntlet upgrade for us? I think it probably is. We lose 2 skill range, but we gain 2 AP. I also feel like this hero is at 10 AP, so that caps them on AP. If we think that's important. I don't actually know that's worth it. I feel like 10 to 12 AP is not that big a deal, and the skill range is so important. Sir Artemai, we are running advanced training, dexterity, siege, engineering, bargaining, leaps, and scavenging. And also drowning in money. Is it me or is Elderlich significantly harder than the previous maps? I tried the earlier maps, but I'm stuck on this one. It is definitely the hardest, the sheep that could. It is definitely hard. And you should not feel bad if you have some struggles with it. It genuinely, it's a very tough map. Ooh, Don't Panic is a very interesting medallion. At this point, I think I'm just collecting medals because I'm like, ooh, it's a medal. Do we have anyone that wants this helm? I don't think so. Always be taking those. Crit damage, propagation bounces. It needs to have more on it to be worth. The energy potions are have seen better days, I feel like, at the moment. We're a bit lacking. Proximity shot. We didn't have proximity shot on our momentum hero, did we? If I recall correctly. Yeah, no proximity shot. Nice. That's a huge get right there. Okay, we can sell that. Some energy pots. Medal of Don't Move, I don't think I care about. Armageddon scrolls, I think, are kind of fun, though. We'll maybe toss some of those around. Let's see. So if I do this, and I ditch this, I can give you an Armageddon scroll, an energy potion, and a warp crystal. And Seraphina's good for wrecking some faces. And then Geralt over here. We don't have a warp crystal for you yet. But we also... Maybe just do this. I'll hang on to this for now. Someone will probably use this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this can get sold. No, Abigail, I don't think so. Because the reason that Volatile isn't giving the prop bounce is because we already have Volatile on that hero. And since you can't get it twice... So I don't think the expected behavior was that. How do you unlock the green TP gem, or is it just in purple or yellow lady? It is in purple lady, I believe. Warp crystal is the name of the TP gem. Okay, more warp crystals is good. That means I think we can go to... I think we go to you and give you that. Actually, hold on. I want to get a little weird here. So our regular blood mage, I'm going to give them the warp crystal. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to give them Armageddon. They have a little bit of multi-hit, right? I'm just curious. I want to see how Armageddon performs on a blood mage. Is that weird? It might be weird. And I'll put the health potion on our momentumist. Warp crystal and warp gates are co-unlocked. That sounds very reasonable. Mana shield. Probably not. Is this our momentum hero has been having some weirdness. What you got an AP damage and opportunism. We could replace that with reliability, XP gain, AP, and momentum. Better health potion, I think we grab. I think we can do better than that. That's a nice dagger. I don't think that's bad. Ooh, I wanted an adamantium spear. So we'll grab that and that. And then our spear dagger person, I think. Yeah, they're at 6 AP. So we'll do that. And we'll do that. Those are nice. And then if we wanted to, that's marginally better. We'll do that. And then our health potion can go here. All right, and Lustra, see you in a minute. Thank you for hanging out, as always. Ooh, I also like, I like moving wall. I kind of miss having a war shield on one of our heroes, but we don't really have a spiky counter hero, so I don't know that it works. Better energy potion. Level 5 offhand crossbow. Do I have someone that's still rocking an offhand crossbow? I do. With 64 armor to boot. That's not terrible. Then we find someone who... AP pod is better than a level 0 triple swipe, so we'll grab that. It's very funny how bad reliability is. It's so true that the amount you should be aiming for is 0. I mean, it's hard to escape. That's the thing that I find so crazy. It's like, I had that hero and I was like, oh, look, 50 reliability on a piece of gear. And then I was like, oh, and that gives me what, like 15 reliability in the end? Because you tank it because the things that you're being offered are so good. It's definitely a weird world. This helmet. Could this helmet be good for someone? It has 7% crit. So is it better than this winged helm? Who am I looking at? I'm looking at our momentum hero right now. For a momentum hero, that's a little questionable. Got multi-hit there. We got the nasal helm here on our XP hero. You get some crit, some range damage. I think this is an upgrade. Unless their accuracy is really low. I think that's okay. Yes, you tank it because it cannot go negative. That is correct. Let's see. Condensed hate metal, again, not really what we're looking for. Energy pot, you take them when you see them. We're burning through the cash, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Metal of flexibility. I don't think we have anyone that is hungering for flexibility too terribly. Hello, governors. I love that, like, this is the thing that sometimes slays me, is I'm often, like, it's way easier to find multi-hit on these things, and I think I'm sitting on, like, someone who's rocking a level 1 wand. Boom. And then a level 3 one of those. Now, granted, a level 5 would have been better, but it's still good. Let's see. At least level 4 for you. Anybody rocking a level 1 potion there? Oh, yeah. All right. Things are looking really good on our consumables front. I'm pleased with what we got going on. And then there's the question of don't panic. Don't panic is a lot of value. Okay, what are you getting out of this? You're getting 30% healing received. Your healing received is at 350. So let's replace that with Don't Panic. Do you have Don't Panic? You don't have Don't Panic. Okay. So I think Don't Panic is better. What perks are required for Blood Mage build? Assuming Blood Mage, but what else? I have a couple of Blood Mages going on here. I say this Blood Mage has failed because I think Poisonous and Toxic Leech is not good for sustain. My recommended things that you want to get is you want to get Vampire. Both of the tier 2s, Bodybuilder and Spiky Counter, are good. You just build them differently. If you go Spiky Counter, I think you want to go Berserk. If you go Bodybuilder, you want to go Boom. If you're going Bodybuilder, Organic Armor and Coagulation can be good, but you don't have to take them. Sanguine Fuel is nice, but at the end of the day, if I see Blood Mage and Vampire, I'm generally inclined to build it if I see Bodybuilder with Boom or Spiky Counter with Berserk. That's my rough thinking. Oh my gosh, you're wearing a pair of worn greaves? Did we really not have a better pair of pants available? I mean, like, literally any pair of pants is a better pair of pants. But that's some terrible pantaloons. You gain a movement, you gain some health. I mean, it's not good, but until tomorrow when we can find a better pair of pants, anything is better than what we had there. And then I think I will start filling gaps here. Because we've been dealing with some flying enemies, and it's just nice not to have to worry about them entering our domicile. We'll have to destroy a few of them because next turn I think I am going to sear, and once I sear, we'll be in fine shape. Then I'm also going to do some demolition so that our corpses are not stopping enemies from entering. I missed a mountain? Oops. That was a mistake. C'est la vie. Where were the eagle-eyed chatters telling me about the mountain that I missed? This was a terrible miss. But this team is looking good. I gotta say, Rundavara here with the Gauntlet Warp Crystal. This Gauntlet in particular has some excellent vibes to it. I'm a fan. Rundavara is looking good. You look a little stupid. You look old derpy, but we can probably improve you. We know that you're a beast. Picking up Proximity Shot on Radbert is great. They could use a better offhand pistol for sure, but they'll still do work. Danica has ascended slightly. The Warp Crystal unlock. You need to walk 500 tiles. That seems like something you should have done. Let's see. So we'll put momentum here. And our good Blood Mage here. Seraphina's going to be on this side. Snaps McGee is going to be on this side. Geralt's going to be on this side. Well, I guess we should do more corner-based strats. Make sure that we get everything sorted. Yeah, we'll put you over here and yeah, we should be able to cover wherever they throw stuff at us. Okay. I think we're ready to go.